Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today I have for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the gem amount that we're able to get in the next update. If you guys don't know exactly which update I'm talking about, this is going to be the next one we are getting for TW and KR. We're going to be starting to do these a little bit earlier, seeing CN always gets them a little early as well. So I should have the calculations from the boy and the jocks a little bit early as well, so you guys can actually know this a week ahead of time. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. We're gonna break it down as usual. All right, so immediately jumping straight into this here, we have to pull up the notepad. As usual, we have the notepad here, and this is just because we're gonna be able to actually sit here and show everything that we need to show for at least the calculations that the man the jocks already got up here. So he sent me this around yesterday, I want to say around 8 o'clock at night, and your boy saw it, and I was like, you know what, that's going to be the next video that we're going to come out with, and this is for version 2.1.3. Now all of this as usual is going to come around with the events, it's going to come around with some of the newer type events or tower stuff which is going to be happening, and then of course the recurring content. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So for everyone, we're going to start with the free-to-play side. So if we go ahead and pull up the free-to-play side of things, I'm going to just put F2 play, and we're immediately going to start with this. So one of the first things that we're going to be looking at is the new daily login that we're going to be having. The new daily login is actually going to provide us with 10 weapon pools, which is the total of at least 1,000 ambers. This is something that's pretty darn easy to just immediately get out here, and definitely something that we do appreciate. So with just 10 pools in general that we get from logging in, that already gives us a whole multi, which is always nice to have. The next thing that we're going to be looking at is the social link for at least Miyu Sahara, which is technically Puppet. This is pretty much going to be counting if you decide to get her all the way up to at least level 14. For some of you guys who probably already have her ready, or at least already are preparing for her, that's going to be this thing right here. Pretty much when she does drop, we are having a whole freaking thing that she brings her whole story in here. So without further ado, if you want to get those gems, you need to get her to 14, and just in that update alone, or at least the things that's provided with that update, that is another whopping 1,120 gems just for getting her from 1 to 14, which is already nice. You also do get some other goodies inside of that whole thing as well, so surely do keep that in mind. Now for the next thing that we're going to be talking about is going to be the Trial of Thorns. If you guys do Trial of Thorns, which is one of the new game modes that are going to be happening, or at least the events that are going to be happening, you're getting yourself a lot of different events here, or at least a lot of gems in general. So for this event mode, for some of you guys who don't know exactly what it is, let's go back to my other screen. This mode right here, pretty much it's going to be a bunch of different challenges. The higher you go up, of course, the more prizes you can get, and pretty much the more gems and stuff you can get out of this. It is going to be very hard because you do need to use certain like amounts of just buffs and stuff like that that will make it even more difficult, but by doing so you're actually able to get yourself some nice amount of gems. Now I don't know exactly how difficult this mode is just yet because I have not played it. Of course, this is only on CN currently. CN is going to be coming to KR and TW next week. We're going to actually see how difficult this is going to be. But just from that alone as well, we end up getting another 1,040 ambers in this update just from this. We also end up getting 2 weapon pools from the Trial of Thorns as well, which is nice because that's technically another 200 ambers off of that as well. Then the last or returning little thing that's going to be coming up, and that is going to be the cattle car. Now for some of you guys who don't know exactly what the cattle car is here, I'm pretty sure we do have a picture of it in here as well. Let me see if I can find it. Dang it, I guess they might not have it here, or at least on the page right now. But the cattle car event, this was one of the events that happened a hot minute ago, and it has not came back for a long time. Here it is. Has not came back for a long time, but in this event, of course, you just do certain little dailies. You get a certain amount of just running through the whole thing. This sometimes pertains to mementos, it sometimes pertains just to regular dailies, and that allows you to move the cattle car itself, getting you a bunch of different prizes. By going ahead and actually doing the cattle car, we can go ahead and calculate this up now. Let me just change my screen back here. Going ahead and actually calculating everything in there, you're getting yourself a whopping 500 ambers from the cattle car event as well, which is already just from new / returning events. Now from at least the recurring type content type deal, we have a bunch of things as well going to that. Just off of daily missions, we're getting ourselves 1,120 gems. If you aren't using any of your gems from daily missions, that will always give you a ton. You also get 140 just from daily commissions here, which is always nice. 10 per day, which is already good. You always want to do this as much as possible, so you're actually able to get the max amount of this as well. Alongside, of course, since there's going to be 2 new characters, which is going to be Minami and Yui, there's 30 gems for each of those characters, adding to a whole 60 ambers for the free character trial, which is always nice to have. And then, of course, for some of you guys who are out there doing Sea of Souls, you have that option of getting 500 ambers just for doing all 3 of the Sea of Souls right there. Everyone should be doing this. If you're not doing any of Sea of Souls, you are actually missing out on that 500. And it's not hard to complete it. It's not a hard task. We're not asking you to like ultra rank or anything like that. No, just do the Sea of Souls here and be able to get that as well. Now, the Door to Nightmare. Door to Nightmare is the guild battle. You guys, if you are in a guild, or if you're not in the guild, you should probably jump into one, because guilds are starting to get an overhaul. By being in the guild and doing the actual guild battle, you get yourself 640 ambers, which is absolutely nice. You always want to keep that. And this all in all can lead you to a whopping total of a minimum of 6k gems as a free to play, or 6.3k with 20 extra. Now, if we of course exclude the amount of tickets and coins that we have here, it's around 5k, which is already freaking nice anyways. But counting everything up, that is a nice whopping 6k, which is always wanted and always grateful. Now, for my pay to winners, my pay to win people, we of course get some things based on what we have here. If you guys have the actual weekly pass for the coffee drinks here, you get yourself 180 premium crystals. If you have yourself the cash pass, which a lot of people, if you're actually trying to like max out a lot of your characters, you should probably be getting this as well. That gives you an extra 120 extra low pulls there. Then of course, from the cash weekly pass, which a lot of you guys also want to be having, you get yourself 700 ambers, which is always helpful and needed. And then of course, if you already have the monthly with the 14 days that of course the whole update does last, you're getting yourself a whopping 1,400 ambers that's just casually getting built up. With all this included, compared to the at least free to play side, with pay to win side being here a little bit, we get ourselves a total of 8,720 gems being through that time. Or if you don't count the tickets or the coins, you get yourself still 7,520 gems, which is always lovely. But all in all, that is a huge jump compared to at least the last one. I believe we had 3,000 being at least our minimum. As we said, this update was a little bit less, but kind of a little bit more as well, because we did get some new events here. We're actually jumping up quite a lot for the currency side of things. So that is all the currency that you guys are going to be able to get inside of this update. Once again, if we look at the free to plays, you get yourself 6.3k or 5.1k. You can go ahead and divide that how you want to. And then for the pay to win side, if you just get this stuff here, which is kind of the bare minimum, about like, I want to say in total, if we're looking at this right, it's like 5, maybe $2, another 5. So probably in total about $20 or maybe $30 in total kind of. You get yourself this extra amount, which is going to be 8,720 or 7,520, which is always lovely. But anyways, we're gonna hurry up and end the video right there. Be sure to tune into the stream later on today. We're gonna be doing some goofy little tier list for the most part, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button and consider subscribing if you are new. Peace out.